This is Rat Pack Radio, the internet radio station that brings you everything from the top hits in music.
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
Hey, it's on there. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon.
To Sports Talk Radio.
With the first pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Jared Goff, quarterback, California.
We are here for you, WRPR Rat Pack Radio. Come join the pack.
You're listening to WRPR Rat Pack Radio. Come join the pack. You're listening to Rat Pack Sports Show on WRPR Rat Pack Radio.
Blue, you're my boy! A genius. A man who has a reputation to be the best at what he does.
You see, a man has to realize his limitations. You don't know me, and you don't know what I'm capable of.
That was a heck of an effort.
This house is a prison, and the galaxy of this sucks.
You free enough.
This battle is over when I say it is over. I will massacre you.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Are you not entertained?
I'd say in a given week, I probably only do about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
That's how I roll.
Offensive foul!
Hello? You play to win the game.
There's a drive. Way back. It might be. It could be. Yeah,
This is my favorite part coming up right now.
Watch your tongue or have it cut from your head.
All right. Rat Pack Sports Show. We are back. Wednesday night, Rat Pack Radio, WRPR. Streaming online, ratpacksports.com, and also the Rat Pack Radio WRPR app. We're in the building another week, bringing you the best there is in sports talk and entertainment. For the ears, for your listening pleasure. I'm your host, Debo, the Rat Pack. We're going to have a good show tonight. Just make sure you hit us up on our social media at Rat Pack Sports with the Z. On Twitter, Rat Pack Sports Show, Facebook group and like page. You can also download our previous podcasts on Podbean, ratpacksportsshow.podbean.com. And I'm missing anything here. You can find us on iHeart. You can also find us on Spotify. If you don't have us on Podbean, it's easier to find us on Spotify. If you already have that, you can download our podcast, or you can stream them directly from there as well. So, a lot happening in the sports landscape today. You got Major League Baseball season is literally right around the corner. You have the All-Star Baseball Classic going on. You have the NBA coming down the stretch here, getting closer to the postseason. You have the NFL free agency frenzy, and now the calm before the storm, which is the draft to me. The 6 weeks before the draft, teams building up their rosters, figuring out what they need to do as far as, who they want to go to in the draft, how they want to build their teams. And then you have also the XFL. And I just want to say, from a football standpoint, the last time we had the XFL, folks, we had a team here in Tampa called the Tampa Bay Vipers. Well, when they kind of went away for a few years and came back under new management and whatnot, Tampa Bay Vipers did not come back. They went to Orlando. So Orlando has a team, and they're probably one of the most trash football teams in all the leagues. Because you got I think the is the USFL. Have they started yet? I'm not sure. I know they're supposed to start it's the USFL. Okay, yeah. So USFL is starting. Let's see, USFL. I think they start next month. Yeah, so the USFL starts next month. XFL will just be finishing up. And there seems to be a little bit of a feud going on between them and the XFL. So USFL ran an ad taking a shot at the Hollywood, quote unquote Hollywood XFL in the new commercials here. So yeah, they XFL made some mistakes, and I think giving the team to Las Vegas instead of just coming back with the regular rosters or the regular cities that they had before, I think that kind of hurt them a little bit. If you know what I mean. I know Tampa. Obviously, we weren't selling out games. I mean, you got a team in Houston, not Houston, San Antonio, Brahma Bulls. I think they've averaged about 20 or 30,000 in attendance for every game, and what is going on here, man? I should be able to post. I don't understand why I can't. All right, let's switch it. But yeah, so they, figured that they were doing a good thing by, giving a team to, Vegas and doing all that, good stuff. But I think it's kind of backfired. You got the Brahma Bulls down there, and come on, man. Jeez. I just want to make a post. I'm trying to put this link here in the group, but yeah, I guess today Facebook wants to act crazy. So I'm gonna just post it in the Rat Pack Sports Show booth in the group. But I think they really made a mistake because the attendance in the Vegas, I don't even know what the name of their team is. Vegas, what is it? Let me see. I was right. I was just on a page here. So it is Vegas Vipers. So we had the Tampa Bay Vipers. They took the Tampa team, moved it to Vegas. You had the Orlando Apollos, and they came back with the Orlando, Guardians. And that team is trash. I don't know if they even won a game yet. And they're not scoring no points. It might be a couple of high school teams that could beat this group. Orlando Guardians, 0-5. San Antonio is 1-4, but I mean, at least they, compete in their games. I mean, Orlando is, not scoring any points. Vipers just won their first game this week. The Vegas Vipers, they just won their first game this week. Some of the games has been pretty interesting, pretty good games. Battlehawks are pretty decent. The Defenders are undefeated. Sea Dragons, I watched a few of their games. They got Josh Gordon over there on that team. Roughnecks, decent for good football. Arlington Renegades, and that's about it. There's only 10 teams in the league. I think they should have came back with a couple, do better teams, or maybe more cities than 10. I know they want to start out slow and kind of, take it slow and not do too much. Before in 2020 when XFL was I thought it was really good then. He had all the lockdowns and stuff due to COVID, and USFL and XFL shut the doors. No, actually, it wasn't the USFL. It was the AAF. Now I think the Apollos was AAF, and then you had the XFL. Both came along. Both of those organizations shut the doors. I guess use that time to kind of regroup and do some things differently. The AAF was All-American football. They were really good. And I want to say maybe 2 weeks before the playoffs, they just done. Like, they were having financial issues, I guess, or something like that. But they just kind of went away, and you never heard from them again. So, but, let's look at the scoring here. Battle, where are they? Guardians, they scored a total of 12 touchdowns all season. But the Renegades have scored 5, but they have 3 wins. How is that even possible? I mean, your defense got to be pretty good. If I'm looking at this right, let me look at this. Renegades. Yeah, Arlington Renegades have scored 5 TDs all season. And yeah, 5 TDs. I thought the Guardians was terrible. Who? They still got 12 touchdowns, but your defense got to be very good to be over 500 with literally 5 TDs scored all season. So Renegades defense, let's see, scoring wise, they got to be at the top, right? And listen, folks, this is another thing. If you're gonna have a football league or any type of professional league, semi-pro, whatever you want to call it, when I go to the website and I want to look at team stats and everything, it probably would be good to give me more in depth. You know, when I go to the XFL website to look at the team stats here, and I'm looking at team stats. These are all the stats I get: offense, passing, rushing, receiving, scoring, downs. Now they're a little bit more in depth on the offensive end, but defensively, I'm trying to look at, you know, points per game on the defense. And then all it has is total tackles, sacks, tackles for loss, fumbles in a whole nother category. Then it's got interceptions in a whole nother category. And then it's got scoring. But the way they have scoring in here is just fumble recovery, TD, safety, interception, TD. So it doesn't have anything about, you know, points per game scoring or passing touchdowns given up versus rushing touchdowns given up. It doesn't have anything on third down percentage, anything like that. So your XFL, you're really doing yourself a disservice to the football fan that want to, you know, look at some stats and dive a little deep, you know, into the numbers of some of these teams if they're, you know, avid fans and they watch it on a weekly basis. I don't watch it on, you know, weekly basis. I just kind of watch it when I catch it. But, you know, it's not that I don't like it. It's just, you know, they had these games at odd times. Like they got Thursday night games, they have Saturday games, they got Sunday games, and then I believe they have a Monday night game. Let me check here. We're in week. Okay, so this week you got a Saturday game, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Now there's only 10 teams, so that's 5 games, and you got to spread it out like that, just to make yourself relevant on the weekend. But it's only one game a day, so I think you just need to go to just playing all these games on the same day until your league gets bigger and you start to expand a little bit from a team standpoint. Do not try to be the NFL where you want to try to control the TV's, you know, as much as you can. I'm sure nobody's, you know, a 7 p.m. Monday night game. Yeah, okay. I haven't watched the Monday night game at all. Of the AAF, 7 o'clock. Sunday is 3 p.m. Saturday is 7 p.m. The times are just all over the place. Saturday, you have a 1 p.m. So they're trying to take hold of the weekend. But I believe if you just play these games all in the same day, you could have a better viewership, you know, a better audience, because they will tune in for the whole time. I don't think spreading them out is giving you a boost in ratings just because you got one game a day. Sunday, Monday, Saturday. I don't think that's going to help, boost any major ratings. So that I don't agree with. I think they need to just, keep it as is, for now, and just, let them run back to back to back. I don't see anything wrong with that logic or anything wrong with that scheduling. Yeah. So I just find that a little interesting. That's all. Let's see. Then you got March Madness. Ladies and gentlemen, if you had a bracket, I would like to know where you at. I'm gonna give you an idea of where I am in my bracket, and I'm not what is the word I'm looking for? I'm pretty happy with, where my bracket is currently. I think I'm in a good spot. I've won as far as like ranking wise. Let's go to the tournament challenge. Let's see. We'll get into some NFL in a little bit, but I have, which is crazy, I do a women's bracket and a men's bracket. So the women's bracket is a little bit more unpredictable. I'll just, put it like that. It's a lot harder to predict, the winners of when you get down into the women's bracket, because a lot of them teams are separated by just maybe one great player, or they just good balance. But my women's bracket is actually I got 450 points, and my rank is like 700,000 and 32, and my percentage is 65%. So my bracket is better than 65% of all brackets that was put in, and that's not terrible. I mean, I could be lower than that, but I took some hits. This past weekend. My Final Four team, I had, Indiana in the Final Four. They lost to Miami. Miami turned around and beat. Yeah, Miami beat Indiana. Then Miami beat Oklahoma State. I had Oklahoma State beat Miami, so Miami just kind of messed up my whole, region over here. Other than that, every team that I picked in this region has won. In the Greenville 2 region, every team I picked in that region has taken care of business, and Miami destroyed my region by, I don't think the Oklahoma State game is a upset because it's an 8 against a 9. So those teams are pretty even. As you can see, Miami won 62-61. So that game was very close. But the game that hurt, and I watched this whole game. I watched the whole game between Miami and Indiana pretty much. and Miami came out guns blazing from the start to finish. They pretty much led the whole game. They were pretty much in control of the whole game. I mean, Indiana, 1 seed, they're gonna make their runs. They're gonna apply some pressure on Indiana. That's what they're supposed to do. They're one team, 1 seed. Indiana is, so you knew they would make a run. You knew they would maybe come back and win this game. I mean, they were close a few times. Had a chance to take the lead late in the game. Guard missed a wide open layup. And I believe if, she makes that layup, maybe it's a different ball game. Maybe. But Miami was on their game, and they got a deep team. They got a lot of talent on the roster, and they play great team defense. So anytime you see a team like Miami, a 9 seed, or a team that's lower down, and they're just upsetting these top brackets, these top seeds in these brackets. The common case is defense. Miami get out there on defense. They got athletes. They put a lot of pressure on the ball. They did it against Oklahoma State. They did it against Indiana. I know 68 points is still a lot of points. But it's, Miami held on. They took care of business, and they ended up advancing to the Sweet 16 to play Villanova. So I don't even have Villanova anywhere. Like I said, I had Indiana coming out of that bracket, coming out of that field as, in the Final Four. So that's done. That's done for me. My other Sweet 16 team is, I got LSU and Utah. Both of them I picked to be, playing each other in the Sweet 16. LSU is a very strong team. They have a lot of depth. They got a lot of size, and I forget the player name right now, but you guys seen her. I think she's number 0, number 1, or whatever her name is. She's really good, really good. Had 20 and 20 the other night while leading LSU past, Michigan. Obviously, LSU is a 3 seed, so what they're doing, they were expected to do this. I'm going to pay close attention to the game versus Utah. I'm going to pay close attention to that game. I think that's going to be a good game. Utah is a 2 seed. They came out game 1, scored 103 points against Gardner-Webb. Princeton gave them a run for their money. They only won that by 7, 63-56. So that game could be interesting, very interesting. My Greenville bracket, Mississippi State pretty much not ruined it, but I had Creighton in the Sweet 16, and Mississippi State beat them first game. So my Sweet 16 pick in that bracket, toast. Because I don't know why I picked. Why did I do that? Why? I must have not been paying attention. But I had Southern Utah for some reason beating Notre Dame in the first round. Don't ask me. Don't ask me what I was thinking, because I believe 10 out of 10 times I'm probably going to take Notre Dame in that situation. And I must have not been paying attention when I selected it and selected Southern Utah by accident, because there's no way that I actually thought Southern Utah would knock off the Fighting Irish. It's just not possible. I mean, it can happen, but, Notre Dame is very strong team. But other than that, I mean, I got South Carolina all the way. South Florida did what I thought they would do, get to the second round and get blown out by South Carolina. Oklahoma took care of Portland. They advanced. UCLA took care of Sacramento State. They advanced. And then I had UCLA beating Oklahoma to go in the Sweet 16, which is hey, everything's going according to plan to me. Arizona, West Virginia, I had Arizona winning that. Picked Arizona to beat. Picked Maryland to beat Arizona in the second round. That happened. So out of that bracket, I got one wrong, and that was Notre Dame. So my final four, my Elite Eight is South Carolina and Maryland playing in the Elite Eight, because the next game is 325. When is that? 23, 25. Saturday. I think that's Saturday. So that's where we at there. My worst bracket, this Seattle bracket, Seattle 4, bracket 4. Yeah, this did me in right here. Stanford took care of business the first game. Then they get gunned down by, Ole Miss, 54-49. Didn't expect that. But I didn't expect Ole Miss to go in and knock off Gonzaga. When I looked at the predictions and I looked at, the team's history and, how many points per game they give up versus how many they scored. Looking at that metric is, it was saying Gonzaga was a better team, but hey, that's why you play the game. So Ole Miss knocked off Gonzaga. Then they get in second round, and then they take out Stanford. Well, Stanford was my Final Four pick. So guess what? No, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. So my Final Four in that bracket is over with. It's over with. Yeah, so, that bracket is pretty much toast because Stanford lost. Had Louisville advancing and then Texas beating them. Well, Louisville beat Texas by a lot. So got another one I messed up. Ole Miss and Louisville. Then you have hold on. Uh-oh. We got a call here, so I'm talking a little bit of basketball, but I know what my guy wants to bring in. So we're going to bring him on in now. Rat Pack Sports Show's NBA insider, Mr. Nicholas Lane on the line with us. What's going on, brother? He might be having a little bit of technical difficulties, so let's see if he can get those fixed up and get him back on the line. He's still on the line, but there's a little bit of echo, I know, so he's probably trying to get that fixed and situated.
Give me a moment. Hold on.
All right. So while he takes care of that, I'm just gonna keep running my mouth and give you guys the rest of my women's bracket here. So we're in the Seattle 4, and I lost four matchups in that bracket. So that bracket right there is pretty much what did me in. I got 2 losses in Greenville 1, one loss in Greenville 2. The Seattle 3 bracket, I have out of the 16 teams, 2 missed games. So that is pretty good.
You.
All right, we got him on the line now with us, ladies and gentlemen. Rat Pack Sports Show NBA insider, Mr. Nicholas Lane, a.k.a. Nicky Buckets. What's going